Coming up on Colonial Sports Center, the Colonials men's basketball team tried to clinch a home playoff game. Could they against Wagner? We'll tell you next.
Men's hockey, dramatic fashion, looking to clinch their first Atlantic Hockey Conference championship. Also, Aaron Stanuski, Caitlin's got the women's hockey team here to talk CHA playoffs.
We're clinching stuff too, coming up next. And welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. And I have a joke prepared to you.
2 + 2 is 4.
Thanks. Real original. I'm John Fisher. He's Dante Verme. We're going to update you on the men's hoops squad right now. Great news, actually. RMU defeated Wagner 91-59. Rodney Pryor led all scorers with 25 points, and they have clinched a home playoff game. So it's not going to be the last time we see a couple of Colonials seniors play on home court here at the Soul Center.
Yes, beginning of Senior Day weekend started today. Lucky Jones, Dave Apollon, final regular season home game Saturday against St. Francis of PA.
It's going to be very interesting. Lucky Jones, legend, one of the best
It's
of all time.
going to be really emotional, John.
That too.
Us too.
Anyway, so last week we told you Sacred Heart defeated RMU 80-76 on home court. Do you actually believe it? Do you?
Yes.
Well, seeing is believing, Dante. So let's carefully travel to the highlight, shall we? As they were at Sacred Heart, and we're going to start off real quick. Rodney Pryor with the teardrop to go up early, 2-0. Colonials. Now Evan Kelly. 1 is better than 2, apparently. That song was such a lie. Tevin Falzon finishes it, 4-2. Sacred Heart. We're all tied up, but that's going to become a theme tonight. Kayvon Stewart, he's going to shoulder a Pioneer. Reverse with the left hand, 10-8. RMU, very big back and forth game now. Nearing half's end. Falzon to Kelly. Vocatano, Steve Glowiak, bang, bang, boom. The 3-ball goes off, but Falzon picks up the points at half, 29-27. Pioneers now. Catano, he's going to wait. He's going to wait some more. He's going to even wait even more. Now finds Kane Broom at the baseline for the layup, 32-29. Pioneers pioneering their way to the lead. Now Rodney Pryor with a swish, career-high 31 on the night. Now Broom, he's going to steal it at half court. Devon Barnett makes Marquise Reed look foolish, breaking some ankles. I think he actually might have. We'll have to get a doctor on that. 40-40, all tied up now, up 5. Breaking records in the process, 45-43. Now seconds later, Catano to Kelly. They're very patient, everyone. Elevation, we thought it was an alley-oop, it wasn't. 45-45 now, a minute later, 3-on-1, Reed. Alley-oop. Suspense, and it goes in. I think that was an accident now.
That was not an alley-oop.
Stop it. 3-on-1 now, Reed. There's Evan Kelly. He's going to finish it now. RMU up 2. Who taught them how to pass? Very unorthodox. Well, I'm doing the John Wall right now. Pioneers take the lead now. RMU gets it back. Broom to Jordan Allen for the slam dunk, 60-60. Next RMU possession. Aaron Tate cleans the board like Mr. Clean only does, 62-60. Robert Morris, 2:24 left. RMU down 7. Pryor makes Catano miss. Ball getting one up there, 70-70. Now Pioneers up 3 with 34 seconds to go. Tevon Falzon just iced the cake like a nice carrot cake on my birthday. Despite Rodney Pryor's career high 31 points, the defense gave up 51 in the second half to defeat the Colonials on home court. The game went down to the wire as free throws became the Pioneers' saving grace. As a team, they went 14 for 17 in the second half from the charity strike.
Following the loss to Bryant, the Colonials look to finish the road portion of the 2014-15 season on a positive note against the Bulldogs of Bryant. Trailing by 4 at the intermission, the Colonials offense proved it's not how you start but how you finish, as it exploded for 45 second-half points, led by Rodney Richard Pryor, who scored 18 in the second 20.
Nice.
6 Colonials scored in double digits in the second half en route to the 76-70 victory.
And don't forget to check out other fine programming at RMU Television. It's your one-stop. We need more Doug McQuaid. Shop for your RMU TV needs. For more on RMU Live Campus Stories with Joe Garris trending now or any great web series, visit RMUCenturyMedia.com. Now, an 11-game winning streak is no joke, unless you're kidding, of course. However, the women's basketball team was no joke. Get it? Bryan lost to the Colonials in late January by 3. This time around, it was their turn. The Bulldogs beat Robert Morris by 3 in Rhode Island on Saturday. This women's team set a record for 3-point shots in a game, and Megan Smith scored a career high. Apparently, this team has WNBA superstar Rob Lowe.
Not paranoid neighbor Rob Lowe?
Or meathead Rob Lowe?
Touche.
2
days later, the Colonials looked to avoid losing for the second time in conference for the first time since January. Against Sacred Heart, could Robert Morris finish the road portion of the season on a high note like the men's squad? To the highlights we go.
We should really try to like go into a highlight.
This
and
is
not ask a
like this
question.
is way farther than the Sewell Center, by the way. This is up at Sacred Heart. Lou Matali's shot missed, but Judah Soleil's there to put the rebound in, and then Ananiki Stamalampru with the crossover offhand. Offhand.
Offhand.
Offhand. You know who can't do that?
Who?
This guy.
Okay.
Pioneers work the ball to Hannah Kimmel, no relation to Jimmy, for three, and it goes in. I'm 99% sure it's no relation. Ravelli says, anything you can do, I can do better, as she puts in her own bucket as well. And then the play inside from Ravelli to Julie Olengendi with the fade.
Wow.
Cut nice,
pretty.
high and tight. Pioneers in the offensive zone, and a feed inside to Atieni for the bucket. Judah Soleil getting her name on the score sheet for three, and then Megan Smith feeds it down to Stamalampru for three. We're gonna hold off on the Oprah, you get a three, you get a three,
Well, good, because 2 weeks in a row would really be too much.
Under a minute left, Williams puts it inside for the bucket. 27-25, Robert Morse leads at halftime. Second half, Sacred Heart in transition. Williams fakes, gives to Gabrielle Washington with one more pass to Atieni with the bucket. Williams should really just change her name to Assist Master. Another one to Catherine.
How about the Dish Master?
That's what I was thinking about. Oh, Jocelyn Jones from the elbow. You know your elbow's connected to your shin bone?
No, it's not.
Well, it is.
Okay.
Shot clock winding down. Stamalampru decides to take it herself in with the finish, and then Katie Shepard open on the near wing, puts it in with the finish, and then Ravelli with the feed to Stamalampru. Wait for it, moment of pure joy.
Wow.
Yes.
That was long.
That was really long, like NBA long.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, Hannah Kimmel with a Colonial interface says, I got it.
In your face.
In your face. Under 90 seconds of Washington with the feed inside. Look at that pretty play. Haynes with the finish. And the Colonials offense had trouble spreading the wealth as only Stamalampru and Ravelli were able to crack double digits. Meanwhile, all but one Pioneer was able to reach the score sheet in the Sacred Heart victory, 69-60 over RMU.
So I just tweeted at Jimmy Kimmel. He told me during that last highlight that there's no relation.
You're a really bad liar.
Okay. Anyway, coming up next, it's Hockey Field. We're going to talk to Paul Colantino. Well, we're going to see what he said on Penn State. We didn't actually talk to him. Also, we have two guests. Quickly tease them.
Aaron Stanuski and Caitlin Scott will be with the Lady Hassel, but also highlights, road highlights. We never have those.
Roadhouse coming up next.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. Last weekend, the men's team traveled to Rochester, the site of their first Atlantic Hockey Tournament championship, looking to add another first to the resume, regular season champions. Could RMU pull it off versus RIT? To the road highlights we go.
Can I say it again?
Yeah, you can say it
Roadhouse, right.
Let's take a moment to bask in the glory that is the overhead opening face-off shot. Pause
It's so
for a second,
pretty.
and the game is underway.
I
But it
just got the
didn't start
chills.
well for Robert Morris. 12 seconds in, Matt Grabowski feeds to Josh Mitchell. It's a 1-0 lead for the Tigers. You see there on the replay. He caught Dalton Isaac guessing. No. The Colonials, 6 minutes later on the power play, David Freeman's one-timer stopped by Jordan Ruby. Greg Gibson's there to get the rebound from Brendan Denham. We are tied at 1. Moments later, Matt Mikowski with a shot. It finds its way in 2-1 RIT. RIT not making this easy for Robert Morris at the end of 1. We move on in the offensive zone for the Tigers. Mark Goldberg feeds it to Chase Morris.
You're the man.
Who puts it in past Isaac. It's now a
Goldberg.
3-1 lead for the visitors. Greg Gibson decides, let's make this a little more interesting. Then I'm not happy with the late shove. It's now a 3-2 game. Third period, RMU on the power play. Chase Golightly. Look at that one with a sneaker.
A sneaker?
A sneaker.
I'll take it.
I
That
just
was
thought
incredible.
of that one.
That's amazing.
Let's look at the replay. That's a sneaker. Finds its way in. We're all tied at 3. Now, hold on to your seats. Final seconds of the game. Matt Grabowski's pass goes through his feet. It goes all the way back to Pron Fontaine. He fans on his chance. Zach Lynch clears it. Or does he? It's Cody Wido. Gets it past Ruby and puts it in with 10 seconds to go. That would be your game winner, Robert Morris.
You know, that wasn't the first time they did the alley-oop play.
It was
if you
not,
remember.
but maybe it was a little more important than the other time.
You're right.
Cody Wido scores with 10 seconds to go. That would do it for the Colonials as they would lock up their first ever Atlantic Hockey Tournament championship in dramatic fashion. Team celebrating on the opponent's ice.
Ooh, there's that
We
shot
have
again.
to finish with that overhead
Yes,
shot.
I love it.
Let's take 3 seconds to pause and catch our breaths. We gain some composure. Wido's goal was his 19th on the season, and it clinched the first ever regular season championship for Robert Morris. Regardless of the conference, CHA or AHA, the two they've played in, the victory locks up the #1 seed for Robert Morris and a bye in the first round of the playoffs.
RMU entered the Atlantic Hockey Conference in 2009. That's 5 years in the conference. It took 5 years to win an AHC regular season crown. They've also been nationally ranked for 5 straight weeks. You notice a pattern? That's the last of the 5s. But in the last 5 years, RMU placed in the top 5 4 times, with 2010 being a down year at 7. It's been a magical year for RMU men's hockey, as the team streak at 5 straight weeks in the top 20 is the longest in program history. In the past 5 years, NHL prospects including Denny Urban, Chris Krajnarek, Andrew Blazik, and Adam Brace, that's 4 if you were counting at home, they never won an AHC regular season title.
Following Wido's late game heroics last Friday, both their teams returned to the ice for the series finale. Could it live up to the bar set by game 1? Once again, we go back to the road highlights.
Where are
And
my
once
highlights?
again-
Roadhouse. Where are my
Once
highlights?
again, or rather not there. Early stages, David Freeman feeds it to Timmy Moore. His second of the season, a 1-0 lead for Robert Morris. Scott Jacklin puts the shot on net. Well, Lynch rather does. It's up in the air, and it doesn't find its way in. Mark Rotolo's there. Look at Josh Mitchell with the sizzler. You know how good it is? We have a road highlight for the opponent team replay.
Roadhouse.
Gets it past Terry Schaefer. It's a 1-1 game. The ensuing faceoff, I kid you not, 6 seconds later, Greg Gibson says, anything you can do, I can do better.
That was a great impression.
That's his third goal on the weekend. That's goal number 11 on the season for Mr. Gibson. RMU up 3-1, but RIT not going away quietly. Brad McGowan, remember that name, puts it in.
Brad McGowan.
Puts it 3-2.
I'm going to write it down.
RIT on the power play once again. As the shot's blocked in front, another chance for Gasky, feeds it down low, and another sneaker. Brad McGowan, you can write it down again. That's goal number 2 for him.
Okay.
We're tied at 3.
Brad McGowan.
Another road replay. We don't have those often. Going into the third period, tied at 3. 3 minutes in, Brad McGowan. Thank you.
Should I write it down
Hat-trick.
again?
Yes.
Brad McGowan.
Puts the Rochester crowd at its feet. A 4-3 lead for the Tigers. Another road replay for Brad McGowan. You don't have to write it down again. He only scored 3 goals.
That's okay.
as the shot goes in. A double road replay for the hat trick. And then Meany, wait for it, Miney,
Dairy, sorry.
between Wido and Wilson. Mo! Didn't work. Bertola was there. For the Colonials, they would fall 4-3, and the handshake line, one last look at the overhead shot. I'll miss you. A crazy second period, which included 5 goals in 11 minutes, had Robert Morris up 3-1. Then the game turned into the Brad McGowan show as he scored 3 unanswered goals to lead RIT to the upset victory and end RMU's unbeaten streak at 9. The Colonials finish up the regular season with a home-and-home against Niagara starting tomorrow evening.
Just so you know, I did write it down 3 times right there. There's only 43 days left to vote for the Hobie Baker Award. Cody Wido currently has 3,056 votes. Continue to show your support by going to www.hobiebaker.com/awards/the-Hobie-Baker-Memorial-Award/vote. You can vote every day till April 4th. If you kept going, proud of you.
Still more votes than Jack Eichel. Switching to the women's squad, they were on the road last weekend in Happy Valley to take on Penn State, looking to secure a home series in the CHA playoffs. The Colonials stepped on the gas and never looked back as they scored 4 goals unanswered on Penn State, led by a pair from Rebecca Vint and goals from Ricky Mayer and Jessica Gazzola. Jessica Dodds had a 33-save performance, and the Colonials took Game 1 in Penn State 4-1 and clinched home ice in the first round of the CHA playoffs in the process.
I think the 2 players we're going to have on in a few minutes didn't step off the gas either.
They might have something to say about that.
They might. RMU women's hockey wanted to end the regular season on a strong note. That is, before playoff hockey began. In Game 2 at Happy Valley, the Colonials dominated Penn State. Along with a 4-1 victory, they outshot the Nittany Lions 37-25. 2 goals were on the power play, and the other 2 shorthanded. With the sweep, which I'm assuming your brooms are firmly grasped in your hands, they sealed the number 3 seed in the CHA tournament. Check back later for when that is going to happen. And let's go talk to Paul Colantino about Penn State.
Paul Colantino, head coach of women's hockey. Now, Paul, you're coming off a sweep against Penn State with identical 4-1 scores. What did you see out of that series that you liked, and maybe something that you didn't like?
Well, I definitely like the 2 wins.
Yeah.
You can never complain about that. You know what? We had real good chemistry going into the weekend. A lot of our systems were firing very well. We got some timely goals with our special teams, both on the power play and on a penalty kill. Anytime you can get a shorthanded goal, and in our case a couple, it's huge. It really helps out. Our power plays were firing. We look good with those. So again, we're real happy with those things. In terms of, hey, what we want to improve on, we want to, again, take steps towards getting a full 60 minutes from the drop of the puck, whether it's 7:05, 3:05, you know, we're on a tear and we're working for the full 60.
Much thanks to Ethan Boy. Nice tie. Looked really nice button. Switching gears to the softball team with, well, the current weather situation in PA being negative 1,625 degrees Celsius.
That's impossible.
They basically won the equivalent to the lottery, a trip to Florida to play in the EMU Madeira Beach Invitational. The warm weather helped defrost the Colonials' bats as they were able to win 4 of their 5 games in the Sunshine State by a combined score of 25-12 with victories over North Dakota, Eastern Michigan, Texas State, and Harvard. The Colonials will continue to stay in the warm as they will play in the green and white tournament this weekend in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That's so not fair.
Negative 1,600 degrees, what? Do you not know what climate change is?
Do you not know Celsius?
I do. Sometimes when you're good, things just fall into place. 2 softball players at RMU won Pitcher of the Week and Rookie of the Week last week. Senior pitcher Nicole Sleeth and freshman Olivia LaRusso won the same awards again. Sleeth factored into all 4 Colonial victories this past weekend and did so with 3 complete games and 32 strikeouts. As for LaRusso, she only hit a .571 slugging percentage and a .375 on base percentage. Not bad for a rookie, right?
Not bad at all.
Not bad? No?
No, it's pretty good.
So we're going to keep this quick and painless. Coming up next, Caitlin Scott, Aaron Stanuski. Delaney House is going to talk to them about, A, Caitlin Scott's finalists for an award, and what's going to come up this weekend. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. In Primetime Plays. Stick around.
In Primetime Plays, yeah. Keep it here. of the Red Sea. They need to be able to feed themselves. Penn State couldn't beat the Colonials in a game. It truly was a shame. And then Sacred Heart pioneered.
The RMU Century Media app is your mobile resource for all news Robert Morris. With access to campus news, RMU sports, and lifestyles, as well as RMU radio and RMU TV, the RMU Century Media app allows you access to all the information you need, no matter where you are. You'll have access to thousands of articles already online, and the new ones that are added daily. Download the RMU Century Media app for free today.
Hello, I'm back. How are you?
I missed you.
I missed you too. Choo choo! They're a train that keeps on rolling. Who would win in a fight, Ditka or a hurricane? I swear, each year could become a feel-good movie for the whole family. They just aren't losing. It's a shame, isn't it? Do you know how to tame a tiger? Either grow up with them or keep one as a pet like Mike Tyson.
Thank you, John. It's a pleasure being by your side.
Okay.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. I am Delaney Hassel, and joining me tonight are Caitlin Scott and Erin Stanuski from the women's hockey team. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So the season has had a lot of ups and downs. What are your thoughts on the regular season?
Yeah, we definitely have had a lot of ups and downs. We started out a little rough, but I think ever since Christmas break we've been playing a lot better, and coming off the sweep last weekend, we're really confident to go into playoffs.
Yeah, we're definitely playing our best hockey right now, and it's probably a good time to be doing that since playoffs are coming up, so it's exciting.
Well, that's great. So you faced a lot of challenges. What were some of those challenges, and how did you handle them?
Yeah, I guess beginning of the season we had a lot of new freshmen coming in, and you know, we had to all get the team chemistry going. So I guess just working hard every day and trying to put the things off the ice on the back burner and focusing on the games and what's important.
Speaking of the freshmen, how have the freshmen been adjusting this year with the new team and all that?
Yeah, they've done really good. Yeah.
There's a lot of them, so it kind of took a bit to get everyone going at first, I guess, but now we're kind of all in it together and it's all working smoothly. So.
That's great. So you take on RIT this weekend, but considering this has been the second time, well, will be the second time you're playing them in 3 weeks, is there a different way that you're planning to prepare?
I don't think so, really. We played well last time we played against them, and both games went to overtime, and we ended up tying. So I think if those games went on, we would have won, which playoffs game keep going until someone scores. So I think we'll probably keep most things the same, and it'll work out for us.
So, Caitlin, you were named 1 out of 5 finalists for the Hockey Humanitarian Award. What does that mean for you to be recognized for the work you do off the ice?
Yeah, I was actually really surprised to be nominated, yet alone make it to the top 5. It was an honor, but I couldn't have, done it without. Our whole team does community service together, so, it's a big tribute to the whole team.
That's great. And so, Erin, you scored your first 2 goals this season. How did that feel?
It took a while to get the first one, so I kind of thought it was never going to happen once senior year rolled around, and then I got the first one, that was nice, and then I got the second, that was kind of shocking, but it's nice to be contributing, I guess.
Do you have a special thing that you do once you score? Did you finally pick something to do to celebrate?
No, I was shocked the first time. I was somebody must have tipped it, and then it was mine, so I don't know.
Were you just so excited?
Yeah, I think my teammates were more excited for me. So I was just standing there, and Brittany Howard ran over to me and hugged me. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. So both of you have played defenseman and forward, correct? How would you say that has affected your game?
I think it gives me a good view of everything that's going on the ice. Once I played forward for a bit, I kind of knew how it was for them, what they would want the defense to do, and same for being on defense and forward. So, and it's kind of fun to switch it up every now and then.
Yeah, you get a perspective from both sides, and both have different things about them that are fun and challenging, so it's good.
That's awesome. So you're both seniors. This is your last season. Is there any thoughts or expectations?
You know, it's kind of crazy that all we've done most of our lives is play hockey, and that's like what we know. So it's kind of sad and crazy that it's coming to an end. But hopefully we end the season, you know, on the right note with a CHA championship. That would be awesome.
So, what would senior Caitlin and Aaron say to freshman Caitlin and Aaron?
I guess when I was a freshman, a lot of the seniors then said that time flies, and I was like, there's no way, like 4 years is so long. And now looking back on it, like I can't believe I'm a senior now. So I guess I just would have told myself to not like sweat the small stuff so much and kind of enjoy the moment, because it does go by really quickly.
Yeah, kind of along the same lines. All the little dramatic things that come up and the things at the time you're like, oh my gosh, like this is terrible. Like you're not going to remember that. You're going to remember all the time you spent with your team and with your friends, and those are the things that matter most.
Right. Well, thank you both for joining us so much. It was a pleasure to have you guys on.
Thanks
Oh, yeah. So stick around, because coming up on Colonial Sports Center is the Primetime Plays of the Week, and we'll probably hear more jokes from John. Stick around.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Hey, what up? That was loud. It's Primetime Plays of the Week. We're all excited.
And an audio bowl.
And we have to make jokes. So number 5. Anna Niki dialing in from long range, and I will walk 5,000
miles.
Yeah, and I will. Okay. Number 4.
Well, number 4, Galileo only had to walk like 2 feet. Sneaker. We're gonna get that patented, copyrighted Dante Verme Corporation.
All right.
DVC.
Hey, you ready to write down Brad McGowan's name again? He says thank you.
Writing it down, Brad. Is that with an M or a C?
That's with a
With both.
MCG.
Oh.
Yeah. So number 2.
Sacred Heart Basketball. Look at this transition play. This is like the circle button, running with R2 inside or rather outside for a 3, and that's like a perfect
That was
art
so
on the
not
C.
correct.
Well,
Number 1, we can do this together. Cody Wider to clinch the first ever AHC regular season championship.
Yes, John goalie totally out of position. Wonderful strike there from the striker Cody Wido.
Is that Pierre McGuire?
It's a sucker accent.
I don't watch a fake sport. Upcoming schedule. I'm just kidding. Friday and Saturday. Don't look at me like that. There is a ton of sports going on. The CHA quarterfinals are here, as well as men's basketball senior weekend. Come on, do the show.
We're not on speaking terms.
That's fine.
I can do Saturday. Saturday is, oh my gosh, so many sports. Men's lacrosse at High Point. Warm weather. All these teams are at warm weather. Women's lacrosse is at Howard. They're in like 10 inches of snow right now because it's home for me.
All right.
Everything else is home when it's cold here.
Can we move on? We don't have that much time.
I just want it to be warm.
Get over it.
No, I can't. You made fun of football.
I'm sorry. I really do apologize. So, and we're going to move on to the next week. We're going to do this. Women's Hoops Senior Night taking on Wagner, and the men's quarterfinals begin on Wednesday. And if necessary,
it's that
game
time
3.
of year. It's that time of year.
Absolutely. So real quick, we wanted to say our thoughts and prayers with Kristen Kudla and her family as they mourn the loss of her grandfather. We really do hope everything is okay. So for everyone here,
we're still not on speaking terms.
Good show. See you guys next week.